Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the likes and not. I am PUMSQUATCH, hello, and this is basically just an update video for the channel and what's to come, as well as some things that are going on at the moment. So I'm just going to give a pretty good bit of information out here to make sure you all are aware of what's going on the channel and what I plan to do with it in the future. So, to start things off, we're going to be talking Star Wars. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I uploaded the first episode of Star Wars Starfighter. Or Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, there we go. And it has basically come to my attention that I have not uploaded episode 2. So, I have no excuse for that. In fact, I should have actually finished the series by now because it seems like it's going to be a short game. So, first of all, I have to apologize for that. And I really have to say that I'm going to be finishing that series. I'm going to be getting to it and finishing it very soon. You can expect episode 2 to be released within the next week or so, and then so on until I finish the game and we complete the playthrough. After we complete the playthrough, we'll be moving on to another game which will be also Star Wars. However, it's not going to be anything recent, it's going to be another Star Wars game that's, well, probably not one you're going to expect. Unless, of course, you've seen me or heard me announce the name of it in a previous video, in which case, you've been watching, bravo! But yes, do be expecting that to be posted within the next week or so, and we will continue the series and move on to the next once it is done. So then, moving on to the next, Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. Now, I've been uploading a lot of Final Fantasy Type 0 HD videos recently, and that's mainly because it's such a long game, and I want to try and get through it as much as possible. So much longer than the Star Wars game. So, yeah, we've basically just gotten through the tutorial so far, and hopefully, well, we're still in the tutorial section of the game, so hopefully we'll be ending that pretty soon. I know that at the moment we do still have chocobos and summons that we need to go through. For those of you who don't know, chocobos are basically like a two-legged animal that's a cross between a horse and a chicken, which is the best description I can give off the top of my head. So I know we're going to have to be dealing with that very soon, at the very least I hope so. And yeah, it's going to be a very long-running series, because most Final Fantasy games tend to be. And let's hope that the story really picks up pretty quickly, because Final Fantasy 13, it has a good story. It has a really good story, but at least in my opinion it does, but it doesn't pick up until quite a few hours into the game. And that is a very big barrier for most people, and I do want anybody watching to be enjoying the content that I am putting out there. Not just for the channel, but just for the sake of not feeling like you wasted your time, basically. So yeah, hopefully that will be a series that picks up really soon so we could all get into it and everything like that. I don't know if I'll be doing another Final Fantasy game in the future because it just takes so long, and it's just so much dedication you have to put into it. But hey, we're making it through it slowly but surely. Next, what I want to discuss. Oh, the 1-Up-Ya challenge. Yes. Deadpool3416 and I have been discussing the 1-Up-Ya challenge and overall as a series what we want to do with it, and we have decided that it will be a season-based series. And when I say season-based, I don't mean such as, okay, this summer we did the 1-Up-Ya challenge, thank you for watching. One summer later. Okay, welcome back to the 1-Up-Ya challenge season 2. Yeah, it's not going to be one of those things. It's just going to be like how television shows have seasons. Except hopefully you won't have to wait over a year for another one to come out. So yes, that will be something that we are going to be doing, and it is going to be consisting of each season having 10 episodes, and then finishing off with a collaboration video between me and Deadpool3416. And that's basically how the seasons are going to be running. We're going to be making 10 challenges, or I'm sorry, 10 challenges. Me issuing 5 and then him issuing 5, and then a collaboration video at the end of it all to signal the end of the season. And each season is going to be having one game that we're going to be using for that season of the series. Clearly this one is going to be Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and the next season is going to be having a different game going for it. Going to be leaving that to your imagination, but we will be discussing that and deciding on that over time. Until then, we really hope that you do still enjoy the series, and we really are, so stick with it, enjoy it, do all that kind of stuff, because we hope that it can be something everyone can enjoy, because we sure do. Next, what I want to discuss. Yes, what I want to bring to the channel. I have an idea for a series that I do want to bring to the channel that I am working on, which is what I like to call looking at lore. Now, for this series, I'm saying the word series a lot, my apologies, but that's basically what it is. The series looking at lore is not going to be looking at lore of video games, because I feel like there are just so many channels that do that already, and I don't really need to basically, I guess you could say, quote-unquote, butt in on that kind of territory. Rather, I feel like I want to try and get another one of my hobbies out there that has really interesting lore. And before I say it, don't click away, don't exit the video just immediately, because believe it or not, there are some good lores in these things. And what I'm referring to are lores and card games. Please don't go away yet. Now when I say lores and card games, I mean just backstories, lores. And there are some really good lores, actually, like how there are lores in Black Ops 3 for multiplayer and zombies. There's lores and card games for individual cards or stories that they ultimately mishmash and create together. Really, if you enjoy a good story, then you can enjoy a good lore from a card. Because that's basically what there are, they're stories. So, yeah, that's a series I do want to bring to the channel, because not everybody plays card games, but you can enjoy a good story still from that game. So, really looking forward to doing that. Can expect that to happen in the near future at some point, hopefully. And yes, that's ultimately what I want to do. Next, what I want to address is that there was a game that got their release date announced very recently. And I have to say, I had to keep myself from fangirling a bit, because it's been a game that I've been waiting for such a long time. Not as much as other fans have, but surely a long time, because it got announced a few years ago, and I've been excited for it ever since. And that game is Persona 5. That may perplex you or confuse you, but let me just go ahead and say, not the backstory of Persona 5 because it hasn't come out yet, but a bit of information on the predecessors that are very well known and critically and highly acclaimed by both fans and critics, the Persona 3 and Persona 4. Each game has a specific theme, which is actually well carried out by Atlas, who really know how to make a story. In Persona 4, and if I'm getting this wrong, do forgive me, because I'm not exactly up to date. I can't really do research on this, no matter how hard I look, it seems, but I'll give it my best. But anyways, the main theme for Persona 4 was seeing the truth and accepting yourself. And the main theme for Persona 3 was life and death and loss, which, yeah, I do forgive me if I am wrong. on any of that if I am not entirely accurate, but I am just going off what I understand of the games and the series so far. And Persona 5, what its theme seems to be is freeing yourself from society and its rules or laws and being your own person, or having your own individuality instead of following the crowd. I could be a bit wrong on that. I hope that it's not too far off if it is, and I apologize if it is, but yes. Now, the stories tend to be very good with the games. In Persona 4, you were basically trying to find out, you basically discovered a world inside the TV, and that somebody was using this world to kill innocent people, or not innocent people, depending on your perspective on them. And you were able to do this by using personas and accepting yourself, or accepting the bad that you are, the things that you try to neglect about yourself. Now, Persona 5, back to that. Persona 5 looks very, very good. The music sounds so catchy just from the trailers, the art style is amazing, the characters look just amazing as well. And frankly, it's a game that if you go on to any top 10 list on YouTube that says most anticipated games of 2016 or most anticipated JRPG games, you can expect Persona 5 to be really on a lot of those lists because it's been so looked forward to. I mean, the art style, music, there's platforming in the JRPG game, and there's just so many new innovations in it, and I really am looking forward to this. This may actually be the second game that I may end up pre-ordering in my life. Well, there's only been one game so far that I've ever pre-ordered, and I gotta be honest, I don't regret it because Atlas sure knows how to make a story. And this may end up being the second game I end up pre-ordering. Ever. To put in perspective, the last game I ordered came out over a year and a half ago. And ever since then, I have not pre-ordered any game, or pre-ordered any game before that. So, you can tell that I am looking forward to Persona 5, because my gosh, does it look like a great game. And you know what? I may end up doing a Let's Play on the channel. Hopefully it'll garner a few more views than the Persona, I have Persona on the brain, my apologies, than the Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. But anyways, I am looking forward for that to come out. Definitely, it's going to be extremely likely that I'm going to be doing a Let's Play on it, but yeah. If you haven't seen any of the Persona 4 gameplay or Let's Plays or anime, then I could highly recommend that you do, because you'll enjoy it. It's a very fun ride and very enjoyable overall, and I doubt that Persona 5 will be any different. Atlas knows what they're doing, and they have proved it countless times. So, that's basically all that I wanted to talk about in this video. Sorry if I got a little wordy. This was non-scripted, so didn't exactly go as smoothly as you would probably hope, but hey, I'll get better at it with time. So anyways, we're nearing the end of the gameplay for the zombies in this first part. Pretty soon it will be entering a second gameplay, which I will be showing a cool little thing that I realized or noticed that you could do once you first spawn into Shadows of Evil. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about was Persona 5, nearly fangirling over Persona 5, the 1UP Challenge series between me and Deadpool 3416, the collaboration, looking at lore, Star Wars, Jedi Starfighter, and Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. Alright, so my recording's gonna cut out pretty soon, so I'm just gonna let it transition over to the Black Ops 3 second clip. Yeah, I'm gonna go down right here and it'll transition. So, when you spawn into, something I noticed early on, when you spawn into Shadows of Evil, you'll see this guy that's talking right there. You'll see with the purple smoke, he's the one that's talking to you at the beginning. If you keep shooting him like I am right now, you will actually skip to the next round that's a multiple of 5. And you see right there, see it jumped me to 5, and I'll just keep shooting at him, and he'll jump me to 10. This is basically as far as I've been able to get because I just don't have enough bullets. I'm sure I can do it another way, but that's basically as far as you can get. At least that I've gotten. And frankly, it's like starting off on round 10 with only a single magazine of bullets. And if you want to challenge yourself or really challenge somebody else to do it with you, then this is quite the challenge. I went down pretty quickly, but yeah. Only got 1 kill, sadly. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it if you stuck through this far, and I hope you're still going to stick around for the future and what it holds in any series or anything that we do. If you liked the video and you wish to support the channel, then feel free to like and subscribe for the videos to be brought to you as they are uploaded. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and I am PUMSQUATCH. Goodbye.